All right, I'm waiting for Day72 Bunch of Practice 1 to load. Guess I can reload it. That's a little better. All right, we got all kinds of instructions. And there's some test code here. So part 1 is to write the shuffler method. And what it does is it takes flurry and returns furlily and puppy and boot returns boot. Very odd. So let's go down to that and see what's up. It said the instructions are right here. It interleaves every other character of string str and returns a new string. So the rule is even characters, 0, 2, 4, go first, then odd characters. So, and this is of whatever string gets sent over. So what I'm going to do is say string temp equals empty quotes. So that's not a quote with a space in it, it's empty quotes. And then I'm going to return temp because we're going to put all the characters over there one at a time, and then we're going to return. That'll be the answer. That's where the answer is going to go. So first I'm going to do a for loop that does even characters. For int I equals 0, I less than str.length, I plus equals 2. We're going up by 2. We're starting at 0, going up by 2. And then we're going to say temp plus equals. So we're going to take characters and add them to the temp variable. str.substring I comma I plus 1. That grabs a single character I. So this will get all the even characters. Let's see how that works. We should get BO for boot, and for flurry, it's the F, and then the U and the R gives us fur, and puppy gives us the first P, the second P, and the Y. Yeah, so that seems like it's going great. And then I'm going to copy this if statement, for loop. I'm going to start it at 1. And keep going until it's, as long as I is less than the string length, and I'm going to go up by 2, and then we'll add all the odd characters. I think this ought to do it. So we're just doing all the even characters, then we're doing all the odd characters. And I think, it's been a while since I've done it. Yeah, that looks like it's perfect. Okay. So that's part 1. And the concept here is we made a string, made it empty, and then we added characters to it. First, all the even characters, and then all the odd characters. That's what I was asking you to do. I want to add school as another test. So just let's make sure it works. School gives us show call. Since I said school was going to return show call, let's just make sure it works. Show call. Yeah, I lined it all up. It's kind of cramped in there. I'll just add a space. Am I obsessive compulsive? Perhaps. Who wants to know? Anyway, I like things to be neat, and I just made it neat. So you call it what you want to call it. Okay, part 2. Do the following tasks. Create an int array named nums to hold 20 integers. It's been a while, huh? Int array, name of it, equals new int 20. Boom. Print it using print array, which I gave you already. So I gave you an array a method down here, print array, and it just accepts the integer array. So we're going to just say print array nums. Let's run it, and we should get a line of zeros, right? Because int arrays by default are all initialized with zeros. Okay. Fill nums with random integers between 1 and 9 inclusive using math.random and a for loop. Then print the array again. So print the array again part, that's quick. But let's fill the whole array with random numbers. So int I equals 0, I less than nums dot length. I know you could put 20 there, but it's better form to refer to the length. And notice this length doesn't have parentheses after it. That's how it is with arrays. Arrays don't have a length method. They have a length property. Subtle but important difference. And now we're going to say nums I equals int math.random star. Now 9 minus 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9. There's 9 possible values here, and we're going to say plus 1. I'm going to just put the plus 1 over here. But that's going to put a random number from 1 to 9 into each spot, and then we're going to print it again. So let's see how it looks. We should have all the zeros, and then right below it, we should have all the random numbers. And let's make sure we get at least a 1 and at least a 9. Yeah, I see at least 1, 1, and 1, 9, and no zeros, and nothing bigger than 9. So awesome. Write a loop to add up all the integers in num, print the sum. So let's do another for loop. In fact, let's do a for each loop. For int n nums sum plus equals n. System.out.println. No, I saw it. I gotta get that S as a capital. So that's a for each loop. We could have done a for loop just like this, and then we would have said sums plus equals nums I. But this is a little easier if you know that you're just going to go through and do something like add the numbers. 120. I mean, that number will be different every time, right? Because these are random numbers. But, all right. And then the final thing is write a single if-else statement to report if the sum of the ints is less than 100, 100, between 100 and 110 inclusive, or greater than 110. I just want one if, an else if, and an else, not 3 different if statements. So if sum less than 100, you don't need curly brackets. There's only one line in here. It's okay if you use curly brackets. Else if sum greater than equal to 100. Why don't I say greater than 110? That's easier, and I don't have to do a compound statement. And here I'll put the curly brackets in just so you can see it's the same. Greater than 110. Else, I'm not using curly brackets this time. Between 100 and 110 inclusive. Whew. Right, so now (102) is between 100 and 110 inclusive. Control Enter, it didn't do anything. I pressed the button. Got a less than 100. Kind of want to see one of each before I give up. I mean, not give up, but say I'm done. But I don't want to waste your time. That's all I'm doing at this point. So, oh, so close. I did get the 110, and it showed it was in the right place. So, oh, come on. Now it's a matter of pride. I know how to fix this. I'm just making the numbers bigger so that it's going to be more likely to be big because I want to see the if statement work. Oh yeah, look, it's greater than 110. That was just a test. All right, that's it.